Hi and welcome to another session of advanced readings. This is a technique that we use in spiritualism a lot, and it also inspired me when I had the oracle readings through the Nadi oracles, where messages were given to me thousands of years in advance. Mind-boggling stuff. And also, of course, it's used in when you're using clairvoyance by email reading and sometimes by telephone. You know things before the person calls you. So I'm inspired by this technique, and I hope it helps you. There could be a message here for you today. So you'll see me working in blue light for this, because this is how the medium can get close to spirit. We often use a red or blue light in my circle, particularly if you're doing physical or trance work. Anyway, hope you enjoy these sessions.
Okay, this first message is from someone speaking enthusiastically who calls himself Paps. Paps. I know people call themselves Pops sometimes, but Paps, I want to say, as if there's a specific way his name, he called himself Paps. It might have been a child calling him it the wrong way or something like that, is the feeling I get. And he's grandfather link here, and he's talking to someone here that's a younger person that has just received some good news about examinations and has got a place offered to them in university, I feel. And he's saying well done, he's saying well done. That's the feeling I want to say from him. And there's two of you got it actually, a male and a female. Two of you got done very well, because there's two in the family who've done well, so you don't want to miss anyone out, he says to me here. And he was always good fun, I got to feel with him. He loved music, and I just seen a trombone. So I don't know if anybody used to muck around with a trombone or something like that, because I feel there was a brass band, all right? And I don't know if this was an old working men's club or something, but there's some connection that you would understand with him talking about mucking around with a trombone or something silly, something funny that seems to go with that. And he'd always have a good joke with people. He'll pull your leg and be a bit of a practical joker as well, and tell you one thing and mean another, you know. And he's got beautiful, very blue eyes with him, and I feel he winks a lot when he talks to you and looks you right in the eye and sort of grab you by the shoulders and look you in the eye like this. He's sort of funny, you know. And big ears, he says to me. And he loved his garden and his quieter time. Very clever man, actually. Although he comes across as a bit silly and a bit of a fool sometimes, he's far from it. He's a very sharp man, and understood his money and things like that. He actually was quite good at chess, he says to me as well. And we moved around a lot in his life, he said, and I think we're in England here because I think I'm going up and down the country. So I think I've been I'm getting places like Darlington and Leeds, and I'm getting Manchester. I'm getting up and down England here, so I think I'm with a British person with this. We did go overseas for a little bit too, actually, he says, because we did travel overseas. So the person receiving this may actually be overseas as I'm saying this, actually either on a holiday at the time they're watching this, or actually lived there for a while, because he's just saying there's 2 or 3 in the family that might connect with this, because you share these around. And he's he's talking about music again. I don't know if he used to even play the mouth organ as well, because I get playing the mouth organ. This is all things that were done when you were children, he's given me here. And some of this is actually on Super 8 movie, because I'm seeing Super 8 movie being showed to me here. And for some reason he claps his hands. I don't know what this means. As if when you clap your hands, there's something important happens. I don't know what that means. It might mean something to you that's receiving this message. There's something about that. And he I don't know, if you're driving away the crows, is that something like that? Something like that. And he's because I think he had some country connections with him, because I've put welly boots on now and done that as well early in my life. And there was, I'm going back with his father, I want to see the old big mills and things like that, you know, the industrial mills at Birmingham and places. So he's just talking that he had a very long memory and would talk to you a lot about the distant past, and it enthralled you with his stories and his ideas. And I just want to say, he's saying that the person receiving the message has also recently been very interested in spiritualism, and saying that you're going to get more messages from me, and we might get confirmation of this YouTube, or vice versa. You might get have got the message through Spiritualist Church and then actually gone and seen this message when you come online. So that'll get you shocked, won't it? Okay, so that's the message I want to give from him.
So maybe that message was for you, and if it was, please do leave a comment in the comments below on YouTube so that other people can recognize that this is real. I mean, if you look back at some of the older videos, you'll see that some of the most strange and obscure messages have been taken to the letter, and there's been some interesting stories that have developed once a person has made the comment. So leave a comment, and even if the message isn't for you, it's still a good idea to leave a comment, because this helps Spirit to connect with us and maybe get you a message next time.
Now, I know that some of the other messages I've given out sometimes, there was a murder one that was picked up by the police in New York. And I seem to be again in New York with this, and I'm looking for somebody who's coming to me as a policeman, and he's a policeman from the New York police. And although he's not Irish, he would have had a lot of Irish friends there in the New York police. I know that there are that in the New York police, but he says, I'm not Irish myself, but most of my friends were Irish, he's saying to me. And he tells me that I get the sense that he died soon after 9/11. I don't think he died in the 9/11 attack, but I feel as if he died soon after 9/11 happened in New York. And he's although he's got his police side to him, as it were, you know, the authoritarian figure, and very smart in the way he looks, and he really took his job very, very seriously. He really did believe in his work, I've got to say. But he also had this really funny side to him as well, particularly when he was with his Irish friends. And there's somebody that worked with him called O'Connor, okay? There's O'Connor, he's talking about here. And there's also someone else worked with him called Leary. Okay, they're certain, it's Irish type names, I know. And he's just giving me those two names. And the two of you have moved on to become, one of you or two of you I think, have moved on to become detectives. And if you're getting this message, he's telling me that you've been working on a murder case lately, and he's been looking at it from the spirit side here. And he's saying that there was not two people involved in this, but there was three. It's the third person that was actually the murderer. You think you're pinning it on two of them, but there's three that were involved in this. And this was a case of kind of, it started off as one sort of crime and turned into another. So I don't know if it was something like they were trying to break into somewhere, right? And then they got interrupted. And then later in the same day, there was a drug deal done on the same day, and someone got shot. And we've been working on this case because it's confusing, because we've got mixed witnesses here. There was some connection with Baltimore. Something with Baltimore is part of the connection. And there was a woman or something that was connected from Chicago, because he said the woman came from Chicago when you check her records, and there was that number plate that seems to link to a woman in Chicago. And he's just saying that O'Connor, you're still as stupid as ever. Sorry, but that's how he says it to me, all right? And I think you'd understand it from him, that message, all right? So that's his sense of humour coming through here now. And I just feel that there's he still he continues his police work there in the spirit, which is interesting, because I was taught by a policeman in the UK when I did my work, so I find it quite interesting to see that there's this connection coming through. But he's saying love to you all, guys. It's that he's giving you a little bit of stuff there, but that's as much as he can do. But he's so pleased that you still think of him. And there was a picture put up of him inside the police station there, that small one that's on the wall there, that you quite often people go like this to, because I get the sense that the man that's communicating, I'm not giving his full name, have I? But I can't hear it. He's quite humble underneath it all, because I felt he did something quite brave, you know. And you look at him as a model of an excellent cop. Okay, thanks. Okay, this next message is for someone that's thinking of buying somewhere. They're going to be buying somewhere. A second place. This is not your own home, as it were. This is a second property, and it's in a foreign country to where you live. So I feel as if you're trying to buy somewhere in Europe. There's somebody that's talking about buying like a retreat or a home or something like that in somewhere. It might be somewhere where it's not expensive, like Greece possibly, although it felt a bit Frenchy to me as well, actually. So you're talking about buying a home. This is more of a psychic sort of message I feel I want to give here, not from spirit so much. It's just that I'm getting these pictures of buying somewhere. The person that's watching this at the moment you've just had an operation, a small minor operation, and all went well with it, I've got to say. You've also been thinking for a long time of giving up work and doing something a bit more meaningful in life, something very spiritual feel to it. So I feel as if you've just cashed in some money. You might have cashed in some bonds or some shares, you might have sold another property that's just got this new little bit of money which we're going to invest and turn it into a fairly small scale type of thing where we've got a sort of a retreat type feel to this place. It's partly for you, but I feel you take people over there to do spiritual work. It might be that you're a light worker of some sort and are trying to do something on a small scale where people come with you and they learn things like yoga, and they do walking, and they do learn healing, because I feel there's a very strong healing connection around you. You're also very interested in ancient times, so this is why I feel the European connection is important to you, because I'm placing this somewhere close to where we can go and see ancient archaeology. I feel also with you that I get the strong sense of America with you, actually, because I think you're coming from far away. So we're coming from either America or even Australia possibly, but I think it's America that I'm seeing here, because I feel as if I want to go and visit long periods of time away from the normal home. I'm not going there to permanently live, but this is like somewhere I open up for 3 to 6 months at a time. And I just want to say good luck with it. I feel you're going to be very successful with this. You've done a lot of spiritual work yourself. It's been a long time coming. It's been a very high risk venture to have done what you've had to do. But I just feel very good energy with this, and I really do wish you well, because I feel this is going to go well. You're going to be like I'm filming this, my work now on YouTube. I feel you're going to do a very similar thing, where you reach out to the world with your ideas and your work through a channel like this. And I just feel as if I feel lucky with something too. Am I going to give lottery numbers? Because I'm seeing numbers being given to me. 22 and 46 and 19. I don't know what that means. That might mean something to you. It's looked to me like lottery numbers, but I can't give lottery numbers, surely, no. But I don't even know what country this is in. But it's something that you would understand. I think the person's receiving this message, those numbers seem significant to me. Okay, thank you.
So I hope that helped, because it's lovely doing this and giving messages to people out there, and I know some of you get very excited by the messages that you get, so thank you for your feedback. And if you do enjoy watching all this, why not come and get a reading at my website, because I've got a team of readers, you know, that are on there 24/7, and there's lots of special deals there at the moment. For example, in the UK, if you're a new customer, you can use our welcome offer and get 29 pence a minute for the first 10 minutes, so you can try a reading for very little. Same with the USA, we've got 59 cents per minute for the first 10 minutes on the welcome offer. So thanks for watching my channel. And do come back and follow us. Click that little bell thingy at the bottom of the page there. We do loads of things here, as well as all these readings. We've got my family involved, we've got all sorts of investigations, we've got my mystic talks, so we're inspired, we got lots of readings, you'll see our stuff with the media and all sorts of things. So keep watching, and keep watching now, because coming up will be the playlist of more videos like this one today, so there could be another message there for you today.